Namaste, good morning, Ohayo gozaimasu, Suprabhat, and Jai Shri Krishna. I'm Ashutosh, Patanjali Japan Foundation Chief Seva Officer. Thank you very much. First of all, thank you very much, and I really apologize for this timing confusion of Bharat and Japan. Original timing was 11 o'clock, sorry for that, and thank you for your participation. I think first time we have reached our limit, and other people thank you. Thank you, Dr. Ashuji, for that, for reaching our limit of Zoom. And thank you all of you for joining this yoga program, Yog Mahotsav, International Day of Yoga. First time we have planned for this 75 classes of Yoga Day, International Day of Yoga, with the name Yog Mahotsav. In this program, we are trying to share most of the knowledge which is regarding yoga, not only yoga pose practice, which is famously beautifully marketed by West in Japan, but it has more things other than yoga pose, asana, like as we are discussing today, karma yoga. So in this 75 days, today is day number 13. Today, day number 13, and day number 14. Day number 14 and class number 31. Class number 31, which is about Karma Yoga. Karma Yoga, and it will be lectured by Dr. Ashuji. So first of all, I would like to invite Dr. Ashuji. A brief introduction. Let us warmly welcome a person who has not only chosen the path of Gita for his own journey, but also inspired lakhs of people from across the globe to walk on his path, on this path. And I'm delighted to welcome amongst us the most respected Dr. Ashu Goyal ji, Director, North India and Program Director of Learn Gita. He has, under the auspicious of Param Pujya Swami Govinda Dev Giriraj Maharaj ji, been instrumental in calculating the virtues of cultural pride, patriotism, and immense sense of duty and service in the minds of children, teachers, and followers since last 23 years. Maybe most of us has this age of 23 years and is doing it for last 23 years. And he teaches the most complex teaching with the great tact and playfulness to the children. It is very difficult to teach children, and this is his USP, we can say. He has started a program titled Sanskar Sujan with the modern outlook for implementing in the various schools. Dr. Goyal ji has an MBA in international business and a doctorate in naturopathy and yoga. Other than that, also he has many different diplomas, very different certifications for different types of courses. He has done great research on child psychology. He is an industrialist by profession in Lucknow, but he prefers to dedicate most of his time for Gita Parivar and also social impact work. He has conducted numerous workshops to facilitate effective teaching skills in principals and teachers, and workshops for promoting good parenting habits as well, because this is the most important thing right now in our current society. Teaching skills to principals and teachers. During the Corona pandemic, COVID-19 pandemic, he has actively guided the Lucknow Gita Parivar in the distribution activity of over 4 lakhs food packets to the needy and the worst impacted sections in the entire region within a period of 61 days. In Gita Parivar, he has created hundreds of skilled volunteers by engaging with the children of different ages, from less age to more age, and we are really looking forward that he will teach us also how to become a better volunteer. And he is a visionary director of the world's largest Gita online Sanstha classes, that has presence across 130 countries. Almost more than 4 lakhs sadhaks are learning to recite Gita Shlok with pure pronunciation, and many are even memorizing them. He himself remember all Gita Shlok, everything, and I am personally looking forward to learn Gita more by Dr. Ashuji. And the Gita Sanstha classes are being conducted in 11 languages from 6 a.m. morning till 2 a.m. midnight. The entire program is sort of a world record for others to emulate. And we already have some Gita sadhak in Japan also. He has created a keen interest in Bhagavad Gita, along with an affinity for Gita Parivar, Sanskrit language, and a virtuous lifestyle in the minds of many children. He is tirelessly working on meeting the target of enrolling 1 crore sadhak over the next 2 years for learning Gita. I believe and I trust that we can from Japan also contribute some sadhak in this 1 crore. The Divine Gita tune set our beloved Ashu Bhaiya is playing in millions of households. He has memorized the entire Gita, has done over more than 100 Vivechana, and is bestowed with the title of Gita Virasan. His weekly Vivechan are attended by thousands of enthusiastic Gita-loving sadhak, as we can see now also. We have first time reached the limit of our Zoom, the highlight of which is high immense mastery in handling the tough questions raised in Q&A session at the end, leaving the sadhak delighted and enlightened. Now, the philosophy propagated by respected Swamiji of read, teach, and live Bhagavad Gita is his mission. We are greatly inspired by him daily to progress ahead on the path he has shown. We pray that we are able to follow his dedication and commitment towards Gita and Gita Parivar and learn from his wealth and knowledge. Thank you very much, Dr. Ashuji, for joining us, for giving your time and your wisdom to us, sharing your wisdom to us. Please, now, without wasting any more time, I would like to pass on to you. Please guide us about Karma Yoga. Onegaishimasu.
Thank you, Ashutoshi. Vasudeva Sutandevam Kansa Chanuramardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum Yogesham Satchidanandam Vasudevam Vrajapriyam Dharma Samsthapakam Veeram Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum. Shri Guru Charan Kamlebhyo Namaha. By remembering lotus feet of my Gurudev, Param Pujya Swami Shri Govinda Dev Guru Ji Maharaj, I assume that he is present here in the microphone and he is speaking through me. First of all, I thanks to Patanjali Yoga Foundation Japan for this generous introduction and inviting me to be a part of this wonderful event. We are extremely fortunate by God's grace to attend such an extremely thoughtful event held by Patanjali Japan Foundation, where we are exploring various angles of yoga through the experts of their subjects. Today, I got this great opportunity to be here on the behalf of Gita Parivar to present some thoughts on Karma Yoga. In the last, we will also have the question answer sessions where listeners can ask their doubts regarding the lecture, Bhagavad Gita, Ashtanga Yoga, Indian philosophy, or any practical troubles in their lives. So you can prepare such questions and put them into the chat box also, or we can take them live also. Before moving to the Karma Yoga, let's first see what the yoga is. Yoga is certainly, let me share the screen. So certainly yoga is, as Ashutoshji told, yoga is not some name of workouts or exercise postures, some thoughts or some pranayama or other popular ways throughout the globe. It is not only that. That is very small part of the holistic yoga. Yoga is actually the way to live the life through a higher attitude with holistic perspectives. So when we live life that way, it is called Yogamaya Jivan, life with yoga. Founder of Ashtanga Yoga or Yoga Sutras is Maharshi Patanjali. You all know that. And his written Yoga Sutras are considered as a Yoga Darshana in main 6 Indian philosophies of Indian culture. As Maharshi Patanjali is the founder of this Yoga Sutras, we have that Almighty God, Lord Shri Krishna, known as Yogeshwara. Yogeshwara means Lord of all yogas. And that is why we consider Bhagavad Gita, the popular scripture told by Lord Shri Krishna, as complete yoga. It has 18 chapters named after yogas. Let's move on and see further what the holistic yoga is, what is the yoga we are going to discuss here, or we are having an idea about it. Yoga means, yoga is Sanskrit word. It is derived from the yuj dhatu, root yuj. Yuj means addition or connection, to be connected. According to this, there can be different expressions of the yoga. First, to get attached with the Supreme. Attachment is something we desire. And when we feel that connection, so we can say to get connected with that Supreme, to get involved with the Supreme, and the ultimate stage, feel oneness with that Supreme. Now, what is this Supreme? The Supreme word or terms, this term can be understood by your past learning of the idea of the God. You may have called it Allah, you may have called it Bhagwana, you may call it Brahman, you may call it Almighty, you may call it any else name or unnamed. It is all the fine. Supreme means that Almighty Supreme Power we love to bow. We love to believe who created this universe, who is considered to be present or worshipped in manifested or unmanifested forms. Now the manifest and unmanifest, people have confusion over it also. How that same Supreme Lord can be presented in manifest or manifest form also. See, the manifest form means the Supreme Almighty represented in various forms, such as idols, symbols, figures, names, or whatever expression you want to use to indicate that supreme power. That is a manifest form. And that unmanifest form means formless representation or formless understanding of that ultimate consciousness. It has no name, no figure, no idol, no symbol. It is all that about power. It is all that experience you want to have. So, from the ancient times, we have these both ways of worshipping that Supreme Almighty, or you call it God, or you call it Bhagavana, or you call it Brahman, whatever you want to call it, in the manifest and unmanifest form. Manifest form wants to call it in more various form. We say Lord Rama, Lord Krishna, Lord Shiva, or many other ways. So there are many kinds of yogas also popular here. 75 kinds of yogas are celebrated by this event by Patanjali Yoga Foundation. So we have Dhyana Yoga, Japa Yoga, Tratak Yoga, Brahma Yoga, Breathing Yoga, Atma Yoga, Ashtanga Yoga, Sannyasa Yoga, Upasana Yoga. And Jnana Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, and Karma Yoga. So these, among all of the different expressions of yogas, which can be thousands of, not only these written here, that these three in the end we have represented here, these are considered as the most important prominent forms of yogas. Jnana Yoga, the yoga of knowledge; Bhakti Yoga, the yoga of devotion; and Karma Yoga, the yoga of the action. Today we are here to discuss the idea about the Karma Yoga. So we'll move further on the Karma Yoga now. So before understanding Karma Yoga, let us understand what is karma. We have heard and used this word karma so many times. What is karma? In simple words, karma means actions. Whatever we do, whatever we think of the two. If we are sleeping, that is also karma. We are doing an action of sleep. Sleeping means most of the time we consider if we are doing nothing, we are doing not any karma. Wrong. If we are sitting idle, that sitting is also our karma. We are sleeping, that sleeping also a karma. We cannot be free from karma any moment. That is told by Lord Krishna in chapter 3, Bhagavad Gita. So this karma, this initiating by three basic elements. First is antakaran, second is bahirkaran, and third is upkaran. Antakaran, inner instruments; bahirkaran, external instruments; and upkaran, additional instruments. So let us first understand bahir upkaran, external instruments. There are 10 basic external instruments or organs we use to initiate an action. Those are divided also in the two categories. We will not go into the deep, but we will have some idea about it. So there are two basic categories. First is karmendriya, organ of action, and second is jnanendriya, organ of perception or senses. So organ of action, there are 5 karmendriyas. 5 karmendri. First, mouth to speak, hands to work, feet to walk, genitals to reproduce, and rectum for excretory jobs. These are the 5 basic workers to perform any action. If we want to perform any action, we need these 5 organs. All the actions we do by these 5 organs. But these are the workers. We have 5 officers also, which are superior to this. These are called the jnanendriyas, organ of perception or senses. So we have ears to listen, eyes to see, tongue to taste, nose to smell, and skin to touch and feel. So these are the 5 senses organs or organ of perception. Now these 10 organs are the bahirkaran. These are the external instruments we have. And we seen that there are 5 workers and the 5 officers. Now we have 1 manager and 1 director also. And that is considered as a antakaran. Antakaran means inner instruments. So the first manager is our mind, manaha. So our that mind, that is a manager of all these organs. It controls all these organs. Sometimes we are seeing with these eyes, somebody passed away, and the third person comes here and asks, did you see him? Somebody passing from here? Now we are looking in the same direction from these eyes. Some person passed also here. But when a third person came and inquired about it, what we say? We say, sorry, I don't remember. He says, you are sitting here He passed from here. How can you say you don't remember? Then we say, I was here, I was looking also, my eyes were open also, but my mind was somewhere else. So if my mind was somewhere else, my eyes were seeing, but I was not seeing. This camera was open, but the hard disk was not recording it. So similarly, when we have CCTV camera or any cameras, but it is not connected with the hard disk. It can see whatever it wants to, but it cannot record anything. Similarly, whatever our indriyas do, if we are not connected to it through our mind, result happens to nothing. We eat food and our wife comes, our mother comes and asks, how was the food? We start remembering what I eat. I just finished my dinner. I eat by my hands and mouth. I eat it for 20 minutes. And it was not an action of the moment we skipped. We did it for 20 minutes. And somebody came and asked, how was the food? We say, we don't remember anything. What I eat, I need to remember what I eat. Why it happened? Because I was eating the food, but my mind was somewhere else. So the action was happening, but I was not connected to it. So whatever I ate, I don't remember. So when our mind gets connected with these indriyas, then only action happens, then only karma phala happens. If we are not attached with this, then whatever we do, we don't get karma phala for it. We don't get fruits for it. So this mana, that mind, is the manager of these 10 organs. And the highest authority is the intellect, our buddhi. He is the director of mana and these all 10 organs. Because that intellect tells us what to do and not to do. In Bhagavad Gita, Krishna said, Indriyani paranyahur indriyebhyah param manah manasastu parabuddhir yo buddhe partastu saha. The senses are superior to the gross body. And the superior to the senses is the mind. And beyond the mind, there is an intellect. So we have these organs and the director. Now, controlling our action starts from controlling our mana. Let me say a story. Everybody likes a story now. There was a camel trader. You know camel, the king of the desert, the lion of the desert, tall figure, animal. Somebody finds it beautiful, somebody not. So this camel trader was going to sell his camels in the camel fair, happening some hundreds of miles away. And it was a walk of 2-3 nights, because those days there was no trucks or wagons to carry them. So they have to move by walking only. So every day they walk, and in the night they stay at some, there was no hotel or motel at that time. So there was inn, dharmashala or sarai, they used to stay. So this trader reached to a sarai and he asked a place to stay. Now, most of the inns denied to give him a space that we can provide you place to stay, but we cannot keep your camels. We don't have that place. He found one inn that had, he said that you can stay in the room and your camels can stay in the ground and you can tie them to the trees. So they will not go anywhere else. So you will not be in problem. But the camel trader said, I have a problem. I have lost the ropes on the way to tie to them. Now, how to tie them is the problem for me. Now, this owner of inn said, I also don't have ropes, so I cannot help you. Now, the camel trader was in the deep trouble. He was not slept for long time, so he needed the sleep. But he could not leave this all the camels free also. Somebody could steal it or camel can walk away. So what to do? He said to the camel, so to the inn owner, I'll give you $100 if you arrange some ropes or some way to keep my camel safe. Now for the $100, this person got interested that I will do something, don't worry for it. And he gone to his father. His father was known as the most intelligent person in 10 nearby villages. He was considered as the most intelligent person. So when his father heard the story and he heard that trader is offering $100 to get some idea, he said, I am here for some ideas, don't worry, I'll do something. Now this owner's son father and the camel trader met. He told his stories. He said, what you have? He said, I have only one rope and I have 10 camels. And what to do, I don't understand. He said, okay, your 10 camels is my responsibility. You can go and sleep in the peace. I'll take care of these. You don't worry about it. Okay. But the camel trader was not satisfied. He said, how can I believe it? Please tell me what you are going to do. He said, okay, don't worry. You will do it only. I'll give you an idea. Give me $100 first. And if your camel go away, I promise you to pay the money for your camel. Don't worry about it. He said, okay. Now he said, okay, let's take your first camel and tie him as you do. So how you ask them to sleep every day? He said, there is a way. We pat them and ask them to sit. Then we make some noise like horror, and they understand that it is a sleeping time and they start sleeping. So he said, okay, do this first, all the process with your first camel. So this camel trader gone to the camel, pat him from the left side, then he moved his first leg down, then he gone to right side, he tapped him again, then he moved his second leg down and he sat. Now he started making him patting and whirr, like something he did every day to sleep them. And he tied that first rope to that camel shoulders and neck, and now he tied that rope to the tree. Now that camel trader switched off all the lights of the ground and said, now you have to repeat the same action with every camel. You have to tie them with the imaginary rope, and you have to do it similarly with the same time, same actions with all the camels. Camel trader, what rubbish you are talking about? He said, do as I am saying. I will pay now. Why you worry? He said, how my camel will sleep? You will see. You just do what I say. Okay. Now he gone again, tapped him, made all the way he did with the first camel. They said, now he tied the imaginary rope to second camel and tied, and suddenly he saw that second camel slept. Now he repeated the same thing with the 10 camels, and all the camels slept one by one, one by one. Now all the camels slept. He was surprised. He was playing with the camels for so long, and now suddenly this is happening that camels are sleeping. He was not satisfied. In the night, he came 2 times to check that camels are there or not. He found that all the camels are sleeping. Now at the morning 5 a.m., he waked up and gone to check. All the camels were there. He was satisfied. Oh, idea worked. Now he untied the first camel, tapped him and asked him to stand up. He stood up. Now he gone to second camel, tapped him and asked him to stood, but he was not standing. He gone to third, he tapped, he was not standing. Now he was worried that this man did some black magic or what. My camels are not getting stand up. They are sitting idle. They are awake, but they are not standing up. Why it is happening? He ran to that owner again. What you did? What black magic you did? My camels are not arising. Go and see. He said, don't worry, na. I know that they will not stand up until I will tell you the trick. Oh, what is it? Come now. Okay. Now you have to untie them with the same thing you did that with the camel one. Why to untie? They are not tied. You know that they are not tied, but they don't know it. They are not tied. They are still in the phenomena that they are tied. You have to untie them. Until you do it, they are not going to stand up. Now this camel trader was very surprised, but he has no way. So he gone there and did this same action to untie them from their neck, from the tree, and then he tapped and the camel stand up. All the camels, one by one, he did the same process and they stood up. Now he was very surprised. He asked why it happened. He said, see, every action is done by not the indriyas, karma indriyas or organ of actions. It is done by the mana, the mind. I tied the first camel and all the camels, they were in the impression they will be tied in the same way. And they understood it, they followed it, and they were in the impression they are tied. And until you untie them, they were in the impression they are tied, they cannot stand up. It is all the game of mind. It doesn't happen with the camels only. It happens in the same way to the humans also. We also react in the way. We are tied with this, we are tied with this, I can do this, I cannot do this, I like this, I don't like this, I cannot sleep in the light, I cannot sleep without light, I can sleep with this, I cannot sleep without drinking milk, I cannot sleep without drinking coffee, I can sleep with drinking coffee, or whatever we have the thing in the mind. We tie ourselves with that imaginary figure, and we whole life we spent in this phenomena that I can do this, I cannot do this. We all are camels in that way. So when we want to get free from that thought, we have to open our mind to understood and controlled by this buddhi, the director of everything, that intellect. If we control our mind, then we can be free from it. So how can we do it? We'll see it some other time. Today is not the time for that. I have to tell you the story. Now we will move to the further Karma Yoga. So every culture, in every culture and every religion on the globe, karma is considered as the supreme. It is considered in every religion. Karma pradhana vishwa rachira jo jas karahi sutas phal chakha. Karma pradhana विश्व रचिराखा जो जस कराहि सुसस फल चाखा. Whatever a person does, he is punished or rewarded accordingly. Ramcharitmanas says. So all the religion believes that whatever we sow, we reap. It is the same. Later or sooner, but we are going to reap whatever we sow. So there are three types of karma phala: immediate, short term, and long term. Sometimes we get results of our karma instant, immediately. Sometimes we don't get the instant results. Like if you drink glucose, you get immediate energy. But if you drink milk, you don't get immediate energy. You get it after some times. If you do yoga, it doesn't give you instant relief or instant health. But if you do it regularly, after a few months, you starting realizing that it is helping my body and mind. And there is a long-term thing. If you eat ghee, the milk butter, you call it. So if you eat ghee, it will come to use after 50 years of your life. And you will see that my knees are still lubricated because I ate ghee in my younger time. So glucose give you instant result, milk give you short-term result, or yoga give you short-term result, and the long-term results are like ghee or some long-term exercising you're doing, workouts you are doing. So that is long-term. So this long-term can be in this life also, and the next lives also, next hundreds of life, thousands of life, crores of lives. So there can be results of our karma in next hundreds and hundreds of lives. That is a long-term result. So we're not going to discuss more on that. But we have to understand that karma yoga is what we are doing. We have to make it yoga. How we do make this karma yoga, we will understand in the next screens. In Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, to attain ultimate liberation, there is also one way to do your karmas. When you do your karmas with the dutiful mind, that it is my duty and I don't desire any fruits in returns, and you start feeling that I am not also doer, then it becomes Nishkam Karma Yoga. Yastvindriyani manasa nyamyarabhate arjuna karmendriya karma yoga asaktasya vishishyate. So I am not the doer and I am not the beneficiary. That is the karma yoga we reach. So we will understand how this karma yoga works, what actions we perform, and how it reflects in our life, and how can we make our karmas as karma yoga. So there is a yoga circle, karma yoga circle we have made here to make it understood better or with the clarity. So first, anyone or any species do the action or the karma is for their selves. We do the karma for myself. I eat for myself. I walk for myself. I do everything for myself. So many species, all, or you can say all the species in the universe has to do this karma for their self. They eat, they store, they reproduce the childs, they make the home, they and they die. So there is a shastra saying ahara nindra bhaya mathunadi. So mathunani, there are 4 stages all the people live. So but this is not the very great stage. Living for the self is the minimum requirement, but some people consider it the all, and they spend their life in this only. And here Krishna says ahankara vimudhatma karta hamiti manyate. So whatever who is doing or spending life only in this way, he is wasting his life for nothing. Doing the karma for self also needs a perfection. You can do it in a bad karma or a good karma, in a good way or bad way. That is a later on thing. But doing it perfectly makes it a karma yoga. But here karma yoga doesn't start. The second point is for the family. Some species jumped into the second circle also. In humans also, in animals also, we see that there are some species and who start taking care of their families. They take care of their wives, kids. Some also take care of their parents. Some of their siblings also. Some siblings, kids also, and the cousins also, and my uncle, auntie, and grandfather, and their child, and their all the relatives we can have. So all the clan we can imagine. So they starting. So when they do this, it is called the second level, taking care of family. But sometimes we are also not able to do this thing perfectly. We think that in our family also there are people, we do good to them, but they always give you a bite, give negative response, or harms also, making a harm also to us. So we feel like that I don't want to help him, or I don't want to be with him. I don't consider him my family because he bites me, or he harms me, or he acts negatively. So what we do, we start hating them and leave our responsibilities. Here we should listen one more story. There was a saint. He was going with the disciples, and on the way there was a river, so they stayed there to bath. When this saint gone into the river to take the bath. There was a small scorpion, and he was stuck into these trees branches which were hanging into the river, and he was stuck so badly that he couldn't make him free. He was trying a lot, but it was clear that he will not be able to free himself and he will die if he is stuck there only. So this saint saw this scorpion, thought that I should make him free. But it is a scorpion. If I touch him, it will bite me back, certainly. Now he knew it, but he decided to help him. As soon he touched him, that little scorpion gave him a bite. It was painful. But Saint didn't leave the job. He made the try, and he unbinded that scorpion from that tree branches he was stuck in. And when he was trying, this scorpion made the 4 or 5 times bite, and there was a bleeding going on the fingers of the saint, and there was some pain also, but he didn't leave the effort till he made this scorpion free. Because this scorpion was so little, so saint knew that it is not a life-threatening. It is painful, but it is not life-threatening. So he made all the effort, set him free, and as soon as he make him free, he ran away. He didn't say thanks or something. He made the 4 or 5 bites, and as soon as he got free, he ran away. Now these disciples were there. They were seeing all the thing, and they were surprised. They asked, Guruji, why you did this? You knew it is a scorpion, bichu, and it is going to bite you if you are going to touch it. And why you were bothered to make him free? Guruji smiled. Ask him, tell me why scorpion made the bite to me? Guruji, what you are asking? He is a scorpion. Biting is his work. If anybody touches him, he bites. It is his job. It is told by his generations. So he do the same thing. Okay. So the scorpion is trained to bite if anybody touches him. Yes, Guruji. And what I am trained for? Guruji. See, we are trained for, we have to help if anybody is in trouble. So if a scorpion is not leaving his training, why we should? He was doing his job and why I was doing mine. I don't need to, I don't have any business that he is responding in my way or not. I have to do my job. Doesn't matter that he believes in my thoughts or not. He responded in my way or not. I do mine. He did his. It is all business finished. So that is karma yoga. When we do justice or serving to our family members, doesn't matter they respond in our way or not, they respond nicely or not, they responded positively or not. We have to do our job. That is our training. That is our responsibility. That is our duty. They are doing whatever they want to, but our duty doesn't get affected from that. So if we do this thing in this way, this family serving, this family karma also becomes karma yoga. But it is not the whole. Now, the third way is when some people go to this third circle, serving for the society, action for the society. There is a saying, man is a social creature. I will not say social animal. I don't believe that, because animals should have 4 legs. We don't have. So I say it, man is a social creature. So some people start dedicating their life beyond their own selfishness and their own family. They cross these 2 circles, and here karma yoga starts. On first 2 levels also, it starts a little bit, but on the second level, it starts in a bigger way. So now they start living not only for themselves, they start feeling they owe so much from this society and they need to return it. See, we sow a plant. What we do, we take care of it for 5 years or some few years. after 5-10 years of care, this tree start giving back. It start giving flowers, the fruits, the shelter, and the wood for the years later. How many years? Sometimes 50 years, sometimes 100 years, sometimes 500 years. And it doesn't ask taking care after that. Once it's established into its roots, it doesn't ask for the further care. It does. It took for 5 years and it returns for 100 years. But as a human, we are also bound to take till 20 years. Till we are finishing our studies or something, we have to take so much from the society. But when we are crossing our 20, now it is time to return to this universe. But we don't think that. But people who start thinking that now we have this business, we have this debt on us and we have to return it. We have taken so much things from the universe and I have to return it. We are owing to the scientist. So many scientists from the 1,000 years who dedicated their lives for one invention to make our lives easier. To the authors who left priceless literature to educate us. There are so many subsidies we avail from the governments, from the institutions, from the charitable organizations. And there are countless contributions we are availing from our morning to the evening life, day to day, daily, from the day we have got born and till the day to die. So living for the social causes is not the obligation, it is our duty and it is action to free ourselves from those debts. A poet says, apne liye jiye to kya jiye? What to live if it's for your own only? So this third circle starts the Karma Yoga. Now, it is not the all. Fourth circle is for the nature or creature. When people start thinking, मैं नहीं, मेरा नहीं यह तन किसी का है दिया, साधना की राह पर ये साधन किसी का है दिया, जो भी अपने पास है वह धन किसी का है दिया, मैं नहीं, मेरा नहीं यह तन किसी का है दिया. He starts feeling that I am grateful to this nature and every creature also. We are taking countless breaths, hundreds of liters of water every day, supplies from the universe, and instead of returning, we are destroying it. So we can see so many people who devote their life to spreading the message to take care of the mother nature and their species. We owe this world to our next generations. तू ही है सर्वत्र व्याप्त हरि, तुझ में यह सारा संसार, इसी भावना से अंतर भर, मिलूं सभी से तुझे निहार. He starts seeing that Almighty is existing in every small form of nature and creature, and it start taking care of this. Now he moves to the fifth circle for the welfare of all. Now when somebody moves to this circle, Karma Yoga start reflecting in one's life. Till the fourth circle, he's trying. He is thinking that I am doing. But now when he moves on the fifth circle, people around him start feeling that this person is Karma Yogi. Now the karma reflects in his life. When he starts feeling others' pain as mine. If somebody is pain, it is my pain. He pray for every creature on the path of his life. Sarve bhavantu sukhinah, sarve santu niramayah, sarve bhadrani pashyantu, ma kaschid dukbhag bhave. What a beautiful prayer Upanishads gave us. May all being at peace. May no one suffer from the illness. May all see what is auspicious. May no one suffer. This is the Upanishads. Vasudev Kutumbakam. They feels like entire universe is their family. In Bhagavad Gita, there are expression multiple times in 5th chapter, 25th shloka, Sarva Bhuta Hite Rataha. Also in the 4th shloka of 10th chapter, Sarva Bhuta Hite Rataha. We have to engage our life, dedicate our life into the welfare of everyone. So when we do this welfare of everyone, then it starts reaching. There is another story. I'd like to tell one more story now. There was a Guruji who was preaching this Bhagavad Gita sutras, Sarva Bhutite Rataha. So one disciple stood up and asked, Guruji, how it is possible? It is not seems practical. How we can dedicate our life to welfare of all? People we don't know even. There are so much differences and distance of language, culture, sex, and so many barriers are there. How can we dedicate our life to welfare of all? Saint says, it's okay. This discourse was going on the bank of Ganges, Ganga Maiya ke tat par. So Saint says, okay, it is your evening bathing time. Go took a dip in Gangaji and return, we will talk. So these disciples gone to the bank of Gangas and they start taking bath there. Suddenly, two disciples started fighting. They were screaming, and this screaming was so loud that Guruji heard it from hundreds of meters away from his ashram. Now the others disciples was trying to mediate them, made them free from the quarrel, but they were not stopping. So Guruji came there and asked, what happened? What happened? Now these disciples were ashamed to see that Guruji is here and he also knew that we are fighting. But what to do now? He knows it. So somebody told Guruji, this disciple think that other disciple took his towel and that he says that I did it by mistake. I didn't intend it. And he is so fond of the particular about the thing that nobody should use my towel and something. And he's saying that I told this 1,000 times, but he did it knowingly. Now he is fighting. Both of the disciples were ashamed. They already said sorry to Guruji. Guruji said it's okay. But tell me one thing. Why you were screaming so loud? He was so near to you, only 1 feet away, 12 inches away. Why you were shouting so loud that I could listen to it from 100 meters away? It was you could say this thing to in the lower voice also. You can represent your anger also in the lower voice. Why you were shouting? He said, Guruji, I was so angry. Guruji, it's okay. I know you are angry. But tell me why you were shouting. Guruji, he doesn't listen. I told him so many times. Guruji said, that is also okay. But tell me the reason why you were shouting. He told 4 or 5 times the reason. I have to cut the story. So he told after 3 or 4 tries, he got this thing that Guruji asking something which I don't have answer. Guruji, what you are asking, I tried, but I'm also not finding the answer. Why I screamed? I have to show my anger. That is a different thing. I have to show my unsatisfaction. That was a different thing also. But I could say it in the lower voice also. Why I use the high volume? I don't know. Please you tell. Guruji said, see, when we feel lack of our love for somebody, we don't get the connect of the hearts together. And when we feel this connection lower, then we start screaming that I should start speaking loud. Then only his heart would be able to hear me, and we start screaming it loud. Similarly, when you have that lots of love for everyone across the universe, you don't need that. You don't care for the distance. You can sit thousands miles away and starts feeling love for someone, and he or she can start feeling from thousand smile away that somebody is remembering me, somebody is having love feel for me. We feel so many times delighted without any reason. Why it happens? It happens because somebody is thinking of me and he is having that loving thought of me. That happens and we feel delighted. It happens. So all the welfare of the universe, it happens when we feel immense love for everybody around us or far from us. So this is the stage where Karma Yoga starts reflecting from our life. Now the sixth stage is renunciation of the fruits of all karmas. Now when we move further, Tasmat Yogi Bhavarjuna, Krishna says, so who is yogi? The yogi is who doesn't desire for the fruits. He liberate himself from the desire of fruits. I am doing this because it is my duty as a father, as an employer, as a son, as a friend, as a husband, as a wife, as a mother. In whatever role I am a soldier, I am a doctor, I am an engineer, I am a yoga teacher, whatever in role you are, I am just fulfilling my duties. I don't need anything in return. When we free ourselves from the desire of the fruits, then this Karma Yoga reaches to the next stage and it fulfills to liberate us from this Karma Phala, because till we expect from Karma Phala, we get binded into the good and bad results, and this good and bad results converts into the next afterlife, afterlife. And Punarapi Jananam, Punarapi Maranam, it runs away for hundreds and hundreds of life. So once we leave this renunciation of fruits, we get liberated from this rebirth or reincarnation thing. So now another stage is the second term required to fulfill Karma Yoga is renunciation of the ego. These are the final two stages. One, renunciation of fruits. Second, renunciation of ego. I am the doer. I am not doing it. मेरा आपकी कृपा से सब काम हो रहा है. करते हो तुम कन्हैया, मेरा नाम हो रहा है. मेरा आपकी कृपा से सब काम हो रहा है. Everything is done by your blessing, so Lord, you only do it and I get the credit. When one start feeling like that, it is the renunciation of ego. कर प्रणाम तेरे चरणों में, लगता हूं अब तेरे काज, पालन करने को आज्ञा तब मैं नियुक्त होता हूं. I am just appointed one from that Supreme Almighty to fulfill my duties. I am not the doer. He is the doer. I am just the instrument, and my body is the instrument to perform these actions. So Krishna also tells Arjuna the same thing in Bhagavad Gita. Nimitta matram bhavya sabya sachin. Arjun, you just be an instrument. All the karmas are already done. You just be an instrument and take credit of that. So now the action becomes fruitless. This has become like a roasted gram, roasted chana. And if you roast any chana and you try to sow it, it is not going to grow. It is not going to come out of the land. Why? It is roasted. So when we roast our karmas by renunciation of fruits and renunciation of doership, then it becomes, our karmas become roasted. Jnanagni dagda karmadam. It becomes roasted from Jnana Agni. And when it becomes roasted, we don't get any return of the phala. So now when it happens, we start feeling oneness with that ultimate consciousness. It is the highest stage of Karma Yoga, and it is the ultimate destination of Karma Yoga when we start feeling with that ultimate consciousness that I am part of that ultimate consciousness and everything is done by him, everything done by his wish. I am nothing. I have no wishes. I have no greed. I have no desires. I have no desership. जब मैं था तब हरि नहीं, अब हरि है मैं नाही. प्रेम गली अति सांकरी, जामे दो न समाई. So all the form of yoga reaches to this ultimate stage only. Not only karma yoga, Jnana Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, Dhyana Yoga, or every form of yoga have this same destination, oneness with their ultimate consciousness. So when now the time is over, so I have to stop here. Otherwise, I wanted to tell some stories, but it's okay. Oneness with the ultimate consciousness is our goal, and it is ultimate thing we have to get from every yoga we go. It doesn't matter which yoga we want to go. If we want to travel to some destination, we can take so many paths available for there. But if there is only one path for me, I choose that and I reach to that destination. All the paths reach to the same destinations. All the yogas reaches to the same destination of oneness with this ultimate consciousness. So here we had this Karma Yoga. Thank you all giving me this opportunity. Jai Shri Krishna. Shri Krishna Arpanamastu. If there are questions, we can take some questions. Ashutoshi.
Jai Shri Krishna, Jai Shri Krishna. I don't have any words now. I want to listen more personally, and I believe everyone wants to listen more. So please, everyone, it's open question and answer. Please, if you want to ask any question, please feel free to raise your hands. I think Ayushi raised his hand. Yes, please. I don't have any words now. I want to listen more. And you're on mute, Ayushi. Can you unmute yourself? So please.
प्रणाम आशु भैया, प्रणाम आशुतोष जी, जय श्री कृष्ण आप दोनों को।
जय श्री कृष्ण।
मुझे बस 2 ही सवाल पूछने हैं। आपने जैसे बताया कि जैसे कर्म मीन्स एक्शन, तो इसमें जो रेक्टम और आपने जेनिटल्स और रेक्टम का अर्थ क्या होता है? ये 2 क्वेश्चन है मेरे सवाल बस।
लिंग और गुदा हिंदी में। So by our genitals we reproduce the thing, and by anus we do this malamutra kriya. Okay. Ayush, okay. Nikhil ji.
जय श्री कृष्ण, राधे राधे।
जय श्री कृष्ण।
सर्वमंगल मांगल्ये शिवे सर्वार्थ साधिके शरण्ये त्र्यंबके गौरी नारायणी नमोस्तुते। या देवी सर्वभूतेषु मातृरूपेण संस्थिता नमस्तस्यै 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 नमो नमः। अच्छा, राधे राधे। मैं आपसे प्रश्न पूछना चाहता हूँ कि भागवत गीता में श्री कृष्ण ने काफी कुछ कहा है, तो अर्जुन की भी कुछ भूमिका होगी, उसके बारे में आप क्या बोलना चाहेंगे?
अर्जुन की सारी भूमिका है जी। अर्जुन नहीं होता, भगवान बोलते थोड़ी गीता। गीता भगवान ने तभी बोली जब अर्जुन था वहां पर, और अर्जुन जैसा महान वहां पर कोई।
अर्जुन के बारे में कुछ तो बोलिए सर, ऐसा नहीं कि अर्जुन के बारे में आप नहीं बोल सकते।
सॉरी,
अर्जुन के बारे में कुछ तो बोलिए सर। अर्जुन की भी हर कोई कृष्ण की।
अर्जुन के बारे में मैं बिना रुके 8-10 घंटे बोल सकता हूं, इतना बड़ा मैं अर्जुन का फैन हूं। जब मैंने संपूर्ण महाभारत का अध्ययन किया, आशुतोष जी कह रहे हैं टॉक इन हिंदी और आई शुड टॉक इन इंग्लिश ओनली। ओके। तो जब मैंने संपूर्ण महाभारत का अध्ययन किया, तो भगवान श्री कृष्ण का तो हम सभी लोग भक्त है, फैन है, उनकी स्टाइल ही अलग है, तो उनका तो सब लोग है ही बात। लेकिन मैं फैन भगवान श्री कृष्ण का नहीं हुआ, मैं फैन हो गया अर्जुन का, क्योंकि अर्जुन जैसा कैरेक्टर मुझे कोई दूसरा नहीं दिखा। महाभारत में 5000 से भी अधिक पात्र है, लेकिन अर्जुन जैसा दूसरा तो संभव ही नहीं। ही वॉज अल्टीमेट। पूरे जीवन में जब अर्जुन ने भगवत गीता का प्रश्न पूछा, ही वॉज 84। हम लोग को लगता है 35-40 का कोई युवक होगा, बट ही वॉज नॉट 35 ईयर्स यंग, ही वॉज 84 ईयर्स मैच्योर। और उसने अपने जीवन में हजारों लड़ाइयां लड़ी थी, इतनी बड़ी बड़ी लड़ाइयां जीती थी जितनी कोई कल्पना नहीं कर सकता। अरे स्वयं भगवान महादेव को युद्ध करके प्रसन्न किया, और उनको प्रसन्न करके उनसे पाशुपतास्त्र प्राप्त किया। अब भगवान शिव से कोई युद्ध कर सके और 10 दिन तक युद्ध करने के बाद हारे नहीं। महादेव को हराना संभव नहीं था, लेकिन उनसे हारना नहीं, यही अर्जुन की विजय थी। और महादेव प्रसन्न हुए, 10 दिन तक अर्जुन हारा नहीं, और महादेव ने उनको पाशुपतास्त्र दिया। कौरवों को तो कितनी बार हराया, ये दुर्योधन और कर्ण की तो गिनते ही नहीं, इनको तो 2-3 दिन बाद वैसे हरा दिया। और जीवन में एक भी युद्ध ना हारने वाला अर्जुन जब राजसूय यज्ञ हुआ तो धनंजय कहलाया। क्यों धनंजय कहलाया? सारे चारों पांडव मिलाकर जितना धन इकट्ठा कर पाए, उतना धन अकेले अर्जुन ने इकट्ठा किया। सो ही वॉज अवॉर्डेड विद दिस धनंजय थिंग कि तुम धनंजय हो, और अर्जुन नीतिज्ञ है। उर्वशी आके सामने खड़ी हो गई। उर्वशी मेनकाओं की भी, सॉरी, अप्सराओं की भी रानी, अप्सराओं में सबसे सुंदर, और उस उर्वशी को इंद्र ने भेजा अर्जुन के पास, गो एंड सर्व हिम। और जैसे ही उर्वशी आके खड़ी हुई, अर्जुन ने आंखें झुका ली उनके चरणों की ओर देखकर, प्रणाम माता। उर्वशी सेड, व्हाट एब्सर्ड यू आर टॉकिंग, हम अप्सराएं हैं, हम किसी की माता बहनें नहीं होती, व्हाट रबिश यू आर टॉकिंग। इसने कहा, आप मेरे पिता की सेवा में रह चुकी है, इसलिए मेरे लिए आप माता के समान है। उर्वशी ने कहा, तुम मेरा मूड मत खराब करो, मैं यहां पर आई हूं, आई एम हियर टू सर्व यू, एक्सेप्ट मी। अर्जुन ने कहा, ये तो हो ही नहीं सकता, मैंने आपको केवल माता के रूप में देखा है, मैं किसी भी प्रकार से आपको स्वीकार नहीं कर सकता। उर्वशी ने कहा, यू आर डिसरिगार्डिंग मी, तुम मेरा अपमान करते हो, मैं तुमको श्राप दे दूंगी। अर्जुन ने कहा, आपको जो करना है आप करिए, मैं आपके चरणों से ऊपर आपको देख नहीं सकता। अब आप कल्पना कीजिएगा, हम लोग कभी ऐसी स्थिति में हो तो हम ऐसा कल्पना भी कर सकेंगे क्या? सामान्य स्त्रियों में हम लोग की ऐसी बातें लालसा हो जाती है। उर्वशी खड़ी है वहां पर, जिससे सुंदर कुछ ब्रह्मांड में ही नहीं, और अर्जुन उसकी ओर देखते भी नहीं। इतनी क्रुद्ध हो जाती है उर्वशी कि इस अर्जुन को, जो कभी जीवन में युद्ध नहीं हारा, बाहुबल जिसका इतना है कि देवताओं से युद्ध करता है, वो अकेले खड़े होकर इंद्र और देवताओं को परास्त किया खांडवन में। इंद्र को और देवताओं को 1 महीने तक युद्ध करके परास्त किया, भाग गए सारे देवता अर्जुन से, अकेले अर्जुन, इतना वीर। उस अर्जुन को तुम एक वर्ष के लिए नपुंसक हो जाओ, यू बिकम इंपॉर्टेंट फॉर अ ईयर। 1 वर्ष का नपुंसकता कौन स्वीकार करेगा? अर्जुन ने प्रसन्नतापूर्वक स्वीकार किया है। आपका धन्यवाद है माता, आप जो देंगे मैं स्वीकार करूंगा, लेकिन मैं नीति का भंग नहीं करूंगा। अर्जुन ने 1 वर्ष के लिए नपुंसक रहना स्वीकार किया, नीति का उल्लंघन नहीं किया। जीवन में सब पांडवों के द्वारा अनाचार दिखता है। युधिष्ठिर महाराज ने अपनी पत्नी को दांव पे लगा के अनाचार कर दिया, अर्जुन ने नहीं किया, एक बार भी नहीं किया, पूरे जीवन में एक बार भी नहीं किया। धर्मराज है युधिष्ठिर, धर्म के पालन में उनसे श्रेष्ठ कोई नहीं, लेकिन उनको भी एक आध बार तो गड़बड़ दिख गई। अर्जुन के व्यवहार में, चरित्र में एक भी गड़बड़ नहीं, उससे महान कुछ भी नहीं। अब मुझे आप कहलवाने बैठेंगे तो मैं तो बोलता रहूंगा, इसलिए मुझे रुकना पड़ेगा। थैंक यू। योको।
जी हाँ, जय श्री कृष्णा भैया।
First of all, I should thank you instead of
Yeah, no,
Ashu.
no, thank you. I
Absolutely,
really want
absolutely.
to thank you to you. So I raise the hands.
Yoko ji
And
is the
may-
person who
may-
connected all of us right now
Yes,
here.
yes, yes. That's why I said that I should thank Yoko first instead of Ashutosh ji.
No, no, मैं एक डिवोटी हूँ। मैं अभी आप लोगों के
आप तो हिंदी में
गीता
बोलते हैं।
परिवार से, जी हाँ, थोड़ा सा गीता परिवार से अभी लेवल 2 में किया जयपाई दीदी से
Oh,
गीता को सीख रही हूँ।
very
मैं-
nice.
So कल मेरा एग्जाम होने वाली है गीता जीनस का।
Wow, जिज्ञासु।
Yeah.
वाह वाह वाह।
Anyway, I really want to say I thank you to you because you are here. I am an Indian classical dance, Bharatanatyam dancer,
Wow.
and I'm learning yoga, and I'm learning Indian martial arts Karalipayat also in Chennai.
Very
And
nice.
I thought how lucky I am because I know what is Indian wisdom. So I really want to inform to Japanese people Indian wisdom because ये तो बहुत बड़ा उपहार है, भगवान से मैं उपहार दे दी। So इसको only मेरा मन से तो Ashutosh Bhai, I need your help to translate in Japanese. I want really home to share Indian Japanese people. So anyway, you are here. It was one of my dreams. So I really want to say thank you. Thank you so much.
I am so pleased to see you, and I wish you all the best for your tomorrow exam. You will do certainly very nice. I am sure of it. All the best for your journey ahead. And with this Bhagavad Gita, your life will shine with all the things you are learning now. This Bhagavad Gita will give you the shine for everything you are learning. All the best. All the
जी
best.
हाँ, धन्यवाद, थैंक यू।
All the best, Yoko ji. I didn't know that you know Hindi. मुझे मालूम नहीं था. अभी तो हम हिंदी में ही बात करेंगे.
जी हाँ, अंग्रेजी बहुत कम है।
आप हिंदी में बात करेंगे तो आशुतोष जी का हिंदी अच्छा हो जाएगा.
मेरी हिंदी अच्छी हो जाएगी. तो minasan, what Yoko ji wa hanashita no wa yoga no hanashi to ka indo no de tetsugaku to yori bunka desu ne. Bunka no koto o motto hiromete ikitai desu. And ashita desu ne, Yoko san no Bhagavad Gita no level 2 no shiken ga arimasu. And all the best. All the best, gambatte kudasai. And Yoko ji will have two sessions, right? 2 classes. One is about mudra of in Bharatanatyam, and one is about Kalaripayattu, workshop of Kalaripayattu. So, Tatsuno session mo Yoko ji kararimasu. Yoko ji wa honto wa kono program no tsunagari, main no tsunagari wa Yoko sensei ga nattemasu. And I would like to say one more thing. Before Yoko sensei, there is one more person, Ganesh sensei. He introduced me to Yoko sensei. I don't know if he is here or not, but he introduced to Yoko sensei, and then Yoko sensei introduced all of us. So we all are really very blessed that we all are connected together here in this platform.
Very nice.
Arigatou gozaimasu, Yoko sensei.
ありがとうございます。Thank you so much.
योको जी का क्लास कब है, उसका डेट और टाइम बताइए.
Yes.
ओह,
हाँ, तो हम सब लोग आएंगे उसमें.
नहीं, मेरा क्लास तो केवल जापानीज, मैं केवल जापानीज से बोलती हूँ. So
Oh, you are speaking
if
Japanese.
you came, so I'm so tense, so I can't do it. So
I'll be speaking on Bhakti Yoga on 11th and on Jnana Yoga on 18th
yeah.
and on Sarva Yoga on 21st. So
Yeah.
everyone here is welcomed on
Yes.
11,
Yes.
18 and 21.
Yeah, 18th of June, please everyone, please write it down, but it's a bit early time. 18th of June will be lecture of Gyan Yoga by Dr. Ashu ji, and same day, morning 7 o'clock, will be Kalaripayattu workshop, Indian martial arts by Yoko Sensei. So that is class number
Indian
16.
time 2:30.
India time will be 3:30 a.m.
3:30 a.m.
Yes. So
And
आप सुन
that is also in Japanese. So whoever wants to enjoy it, all are welcome.
Yes, and we are not going to record that session. So we are not going to record. So that will be only session. So I believe it will be very precious session for all of us.
Very nice.
And one more session was on 13th of June, same time, 11 o'clock morning time. That means 7:30 a.m. of about mudra by Yoko Sensei. Mudra in Bharatnatyam. So mudra is, I think it's same, right? So we'll get to know more about Bharatnatyam.
Yes.
Very nice.
Arshit, please write down the dates.
For the Bharatanatyam, mudra is part of yoga.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah. Everything is connected.
Yes.
Right.
Very nice, Yoko. Very nice to see you and listen to you. I'm extremely pleased to talk to you.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Yes. अभी जिनको जाना है वो जा सकते हैं. Question because time is over and
Yes.
Japanese are very punctual about the time, so I'm afraid here. So anybody who would like to stay can stay, and anybody would like to leave can leave.
Yeah, thank you, Ashu, Dr. Ashu ji, for telling that, because our image is becoming like we always extend our session.
No.
So yes, all of you, please, you can stay here and you can leave also. Up to you.
You say it Japanese also, huh?
はい、皆さん、いつも我々いつもセッションが時間通りに始めてるけど、いつも遅れて、いつも延長になってること多いですけど、でも本当にありがとうございます。今これでセッションをもう出たい、もう抜けたい方は抜けても大丈夫です。ここにいて、もっと喋りたい方、もっと話したい方、もっと質問したい方、このままいても全然、はい、please いても全然大丈夫なので、よろしくお願いします。はい、yes. Next question, yes, please.
बोलिए, आपका नाम डेल के, अब मैं कहूँ डेल जी पूछिए कैसे?
डेल जी, yes.
आशु सर और आशु जी दोनों को हम मेरा प्रणाम. मेरा नाम शंकर देव राय, मैं एम स्पीकिंग फ्रॉम दिल्ली. तो आज आपके ने कर्मयोग के बारे में जो बताया है, इट इज सो एक्सेलेंट. तो आई वाज नॉट नोइंग दैट सो द 5 implications and 6 implications of the कर्मयोग. My one question is that the renunciation of fruits. Now अभी जो भी हम लोग स्टूडेंट्स लाइफ में अभी नाउ मैं रिटायर्ड पर्सन काम करके आया, स्टूडेंट्स लाइफ में देख के आया, तो अभी सपोज इफ वी से दैट व्हाट बिहाइंड एवरी वर्क वी शुड नॉट एक्सपेक्ट एनीथिंग, no renunciation, total renunciation from any fruits. Now when we are studying, in our mind we have the aim that I must score a very good result.
I got your question. Let me answer. See,
another question, sir. Similarly,
okay,
when I was in a project while in the service, I was working in a big project, and that was a petrochemical project. So in that project, we are told that yes, you work hard, and within 4 years you have to complete the project because you will give the result. We'll have to have this in me. Now there also again questions came that I am working so hard, so dedication of these things, but I don't have any expectation of the result. So my question is that if we do not have any expectation, how will get we inspired to do more things in life?
Okay. See, I got your question. It is very common question on the karma yoga that if we don't set any aim or we don't set the targets, how we will get ourselves inspired to do the karma. So there are two things. One, there is no problem to set the aims or set the goals. There is no issues. Get connected, asakti, which we say, to get so much attached with the karma phala. If it happens, then only it is good for me. And if desired result doesn't come in the way I want, then everything is destroyed. That is the problem. Problem is not the aiming. Problem is not the targeting. Problem is this feeling to get so much attached with the results that if the desired result come in our way, it is all waste. My all karma gone in the waste. That is the problem. So we have to aim it. We have to target it. We have to set the goals. There is no issue. But we have to think that hope for best and prepare for best. So we have to set the goals for the best outcomes. But if it doesn't come in the desired way, it is also okay. Hoye wahi jo Ram rachi rakha ko kareitra sa bada vai tapa. So whatever will happen, it will happen with the God wish. I don't have any business with the fruits. So Krishna told in the chapter 2:47, कर्मण्येवाधिकारस्ते मा फलेषु कदाचन मा कर्म फल हेतुर्भु मा ते संगोस्त्व कर्मणि. कर्मण्येवाधिकारस्ते. Here, Arjuna, you have all the business, you have all the rights to do the karma. Ma phaleshu kadachana, but never in the phala, never in the fruits. So you have you have no boundaries, or you have no rights to decide your phala. Whatever you do or whatever you hope is your part. But can you tell 100% guaranteed, if I do this karma, this result will happen? Even you cannot guarantee that I'll go to bed and I'll sleep in a minute. Can you guarantee? I'll go to sleep in the bed, but I'll get the sleep is not in my hand. Is it? So karma is in my hand, but getting the result is not in my hand. So whatever is not in my hand, I have to stuck with that. That is the sense. That is the logic we need to catch. That it is not my discretion. It is not my property to engage with. So why I am getting engaged? And that is the mistake we are doing. And that is why we are getting sukh and dukh. When we get the desired result, we feel happy. When we don't, we feel sad. And this sukh and dukh, that engages us into the rebirth, reincarnation. We get karma phala for in the next life, for good and bad both. And we get born and die again, born and die again, born and die again. Punarapi jananam, punarapi maranam. So if we want to get free from this punarapi jananam, punarapi maranam chakra, we have to get free ourselves from the fruits. And how we will get free from ourselves fruits? By doing this karma phala tyag. Okay.
सर इसमें एक क्वेश्चन है कि हम अगर मान लीजिए मेरा आया नहीं है ठीक से, my expectation is not come up to my expectation, then I must get further inspired that you okay, next time I will do it best and I will try my best. So
next time मैं best करूंगा, ये भी सोच गड़बड़ है ना. Next time मैं best करूंगा क्योंकि वो रिजल्ट मुझे चाहिए ही चाहिए. देखो डिप्रेशन whole west is in depression. They have so much this materialistic developments, then why are they depressed? हम इंडिया से 100 गुना ज्यादा डिप्रेशन के पेशेंट यूएस में परसेंटाइल. Why? They are stuck with this business of greed, that this result I have to attain, I have to attain, I have to attain. और रिजल्ट पे अटेन करने का जो ग्रीड है वो आदमी को डिप्रेशन को लीड करता है. सो वी हैव टू लाइक we have this one very beautiful example of Edison. Edison failed 10,000 times when he invented this bulb. तो उसको कोई आया पूछा कि you must be very depressed that you failed 10,000 times. He was karma yogi. See this beautiful example. He tried for 10,000 times. He didn't give up. That the same thing you are asking about. So he is not giving up. But he is not stuck with the results. And how beautifully he answered. He said, no, I didn't fail for 10,000 times. Person said, you failed. I know. He said, no. I learned 10,000 ways that how this bulb cannot work. I didn't fail for 10,000 times. I learned 10,000 ways that how this bulb will not work. Now, after 10,001 try, I have learned that how it will work. So that is the way we need to think. We don't need to get connected. Edison was not in the depression. He failed 10,000 times. He was not. Because he was karma yogi. That is a karma yoga.
Thank you.
Yes, Priyeshti. What is the time in US now?
The time is 11:22 p.m. in the night.
Okay, very late for you.
First of all, Ohio gozaimasu to all my brothers and sisters in Japan.
Oh my God. Wonderful surprise. Yoko Hindi बोलती है, Prayesh जी Japanese बोलते हैं.
Thank you, Ashu Goyal, for such a wonderful explanation on Karma Yoga. Should I speak in English or Hindi?
English.
Now I can speak in Hindi.
Yeah, you can do your wish.
Yeah, English would be if you.
English is better for more listeners, no?
Yes.
All right, so I'll speak in English. So thank you so much for your wonderful exposition on Karma Yoga. My question is very deeply relevant. So Ashu Bhaiya, let's take your example. So you have been instrumental in having almost 4 lakh sadhaks or participants worldwide lead and follow the path of Gita or learning the recitation of Bhagavad Gita shlokas. So that means you have attained some karma, the good karmas. Example. Now you said the highest form of expression of a karma yoga is renunciation. So give me an example, like if someone has accumulated this good karma, how would he or she be able to renunciate this good karma?
You ask
what is the way, or how do you renunciate it?
Okay. If I consider it as my achievement, then I am going to get result of this karma. But when you said I became the instrument to collect these 4 lakh learners together, it is true. But I don't consider that myself, that I am the instrument, or I did it, or because of me it happened. If I consider that, then only I am going to get the result of these karmas. But if I consider it happened with the God wish, I am just an instrument to be there. Someone has to be there. So I was chosen one to be there as a appointed one, and I have no role and I have no business to for these results. It is going to be 4,000 or 4 lakhs, and or in next few years it may 1 crore or 2 lakhs minus 2 lakhs. So what difference it makes to me? If I get happy or sad, then it is my part of karma. If I become constant and become stagnant in every situation, even if it declines, then also I am okay. If it increases, then I am also okay. Then I am not going to get karma follow for that.
So my question then, the follow-up question is, does it mean that now if you say you don't even think that you have, been instrumental, does it mean that you have not going to accumulate any karma, even
Yes.
though you have done a very good deed of,
Yes. If my belief is firm that I'm not the doer, it is happening with the God's wish, I'm just an instrument there, then I'm not going to get any karma phala result for that. If I have a slight desire, I'm going to get slight result. I have more, I'm going to get more. I have 100%, I'm going to get 100% result. It is all about the shades of gray, not black and white. I am saying to you that, but the truth is, I'm not free from this thought that I'm not the doer. The truth is there. I have some part of in myself that yes, I'm doing it. I planned it. It happened. I also get happy when it gets success. So in that part, I'll get the paid. I'll be paid for that karmas. Okay.
So that's the again we come back to the original question. So the point I was trying to make is it is so very difficult to renunciate, right?
See, it sounds so difficult because you are thinking about the 100% stage, the toppest stage. We don't need to reach on the top floor suddenly. We have to go it floor by floor. If there is a 100-story building, we cannot reach to the 100th floor directly. We have to go one by one. First we go first floor, then second floor, then third floor, then fourth floor, then 50th floor, then 70th floor, then to the 100th floor. When we think directly, we have to reach on the 100th floor. It seems so tough. But when we walk slowly by the elevator or something, first floor, second floor, third floor, we reach to 40. Now we think 60 more. We reach to 70, 30 more. We reach to 90, 10 more. Then it is not that tough. So we have to think step by step, not suddenly on the top step at step one. Okay.
I understand that, but even
I'm talking
the
on
small.
Gita. I'm talking and listening to Gita from years. I give all these lectures, but it is not happening in my life still. Most of the part, very little I could apply yet, very little. So I don't know how many lives it will take for me, but it is the only way we have to do it.
I would later on, like I know this is like a very short time that we have, but I would like I would like you to, I would like to request you to, compare and contrast and then give your justification on why you consider amongst the three yogas, why would you consider the bhakti yoga as this, like even though like Lord has already said.
We will talk it on next weekend now. 11th.
Yes. Why is it considered more supreme as compared to Jnana Yoga and as compared to Karma Yoga?
11th is Nirjala Ekadashi. So that is a very great parva. And I'm going to talk on Bhakti Yoga. Don't worry, I will tell everything you want.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you so much, Jai Shri Krishna. Thank you.
I believe you have prepared your notes. So please write it down because next 11th of June, same time, we'll talk, Dr. Ashuji will talk about Bhakti Yoga. Yes. So then after that 18th of June, same time, about Jnana Yoga. And then 21st of June, that will be on weekdays, same day, same time. That will be about Sampurna Yoga according to Bhagavad Gita. So I think when you connect all the dots, then maybe we'll understand more about all yoga, all different aspects and dimensions of yoga.
जय श्री कृष्ण आशु भैया।
जय श्री कृष्ण।
आपका बहुत सारे विवेचन सुनता हूँ और जब भी आप मौका मिलता है आपसे बात करने का मैं छोड़ता नहीं। आपका बहुत बड़ा फैन हूँ मैं और यहाँ पर भी कोई सवाल नहीं है, कुछ नहीं, फिर भी मैं आपसे बात करना चाहता था, इसलिए बस जिज्ञासा ये है, जैसे आज आपने कर्म योग पर इतना अच्छा बोला, हर बार ऐसा लगता है कि नया क्या बोलेंगे, लेकिन आप कुछ ना कुछ नई चीज बता देते हैं और मतलब इतना अच्छा एक्सप्लेनेशन करते हैं कि बस एकदम मन खुश हो जाता है।
अरे गीता में रत्नों का खजाना है। मैं कर्मयोग पर जितना बोला हूं ना, मैंने सोचा कितना था बोलने को, वो कितना थोड़ा बोल पाया, क्योंकि 1 घंटा कब हो गया मुझे पता ही नहीं।
सही बात है, सही बात है। इस पर है ना, इस पर थोड़ा सा एक जिज्ञासा ये है, हम लोग अब दोस्त आपस में डिस्कस करते रहते हैं कि ये जो कर्म का जो आपने बोला ना, अपने अधिकार में है एक्शन, कर्मण्यवाधिकार से, जो आपने एक नई सोच ये जो बताई, अधिकार अपने अधिकार में, लेकिन क्या इसमें प्रारब्ध का भी हाथ है? जैसे है ना, मानस में दिया है।
तो प्रारब्ध से अपॉर्चुनिटी, मैं आपका क्वेश्चन सॉल्व कर देता हूँ। प्रारब्ध से अवसर मिलता है, अपॉर्चुनिटी मिलती है। यू गॉट दिस लिंक कि आप ये कर्मयोग का लेक्चर अटेंड कर सकते हैं, दिस इज योर प्रारब्ध। अटेंड किया कि नहीं किया, दिस इज योर कर्म। आप अटेंड करना या नहीं करना ये आपके अधिकार में था ना। प्रारब्ध से आपको अपॉर्चुनिटी मिलता है, कर्म से आप उसको अवेल करते हैं। तो कर्म पुरुषार्थ से आप नई अपॉर्चुनिटीज को क्रिएट भी कर सकते हैं और अवेल भी कर सकते हैं, और प्रारब्ध से आपको अपॉर्चुनिटीज मिलती है। प्रारब्ध से कर्म नहीं होते, कर्म हमको करने होते हैं।
अच्छा अच्छा, वो बात सही है आपकी। जैसे है ना, कुछ मेरे एक दोस्त ने एग्जांपल दिया, जैसे मानस में कुछ किंवदंतियां हैं कि मंथरा या केकई इतनी कुटिल नहीं थी जितना उसको देवों ने बना दिया या बुद्धि घुमा दी।
ऐसा होता है कि कभी
की बुद्धि घुमा दी।
विशेष परिस्थिति में देवता अपना काम कराने के लिए ऐसा करते हैं, लेकिन वो हमारे आपके ऐसे लोगों को नहीं चुनते जी, बहुत पुण्यशाली लोगों को चुनते हैं।
सही बात है, सही बात है। बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद, बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद आशु।
भारती जी प्लीज अनम्यूट।
भारती जी, you are in mute. Yes.
सर, मैं L4 कर चुकी हूँ।
अरे वाह।
और हर जगह अभी खत्म हुआ है, अभी मैं न्यास कर रही हूँ, लेकिन अभी पूरे अध्याय में मैंने ये समझा है कि अपने कर्म योग को पर ध्यान दें, और जो भी जैसे सब कर्म हम बिल्कुल ध्यान से करते हैं, लेकिन जिस समय ब्रह्म मुहूर्त में हम ध्यान करते हैं उस समय मन क्यों भटकता है? और अगर मन भटकता है तो उसे फिर कंट्रोल कैसे करें? आपने कहा ना जी सर, आपने कहा ना कि कर्म योग और ये बाह्य कर्म और अंतरंग कर्म, तो ये कर्म को तो मान लो हम अपने उससे कर लेते हैं, अपने कंट्रोल करके कि नहीं मेरे को जो भी काम करना सही करना, सब चीज कर लेते हैं, लेकिन ये मन जो है ना बहुत धोखा देता है। जिस समय 4 बजे सुबह में ध्यान करते हैं
सच्ची बात
तो
है,
कितना भी सोचते हैं लेकिन मन भटकता है। तो इस भटकन को मैं कैसे रोकूं? मैं टोक्यो जापान से बोल रही हूँ, इस भटकन को मैं कैसे रोकूं?
बिल्कुल अच्छी बात पूछी आपने, और ये बात आपके साथ ऐसी बात नहीं है, ये हम सभी साधकों के साथ है। बात ऐसी है कि मन वो विचार करता है जो हम पूरे दिन सोचते हैं। सुबह से रात्रि तक मेरी जो क्रियाएं हैं वही मेरे मन का खाना है। मैं जैसे अपने शरीर को भोजन देता हूँ, वैसे फूड ऑफ थॉट्स अपने मन को कहाँ से दे रहा हूँ? तो ये फूड ऑफ थॉट्स, अच्छा ये मैं आज ही दे रहा हूँ ऐसी बात नहीं है। ऐसे मैंने आज जो भोजन किया वो आज ही मुझे पौष्टिकता देता है ऐसी बात नहीं है। मैंने 10 साल पहले जो घी खाया था वो आज भी मुझे काम देता है ना। ऐसे
अभी
ही
तो मैंने सुना ना।
हाँ, ऐसे ही 10 साल पहले जो मन को खाना दिया था वो भी तो मन में रहता है, वो चला थोड़ी जाता है। तो हम सुबह से शाम तक की जितनी क्रियाएं कर रहे हैं वो सब मेरे मन में स्टोर हो रही है। अब वो सारी क्रियाओं का स्टोरेशन वो हमारे स्वप्न में या हमारे ध्यान क्रिया में रिफ्लेक्ट होता है। जब हम खाली बैठे, आइडल बैठे, उस समय में मन में ये विचार आना ये स्वाभाविक है, क्योंकि मन को वो सारा दिया हुआ है। अब जब वो बैठा उसको अवसर मिलता है तो वो विचार करता है। तो ये होने वाली क्रिया है, इसको रोकने की आवश्यकता नहीं है, इससे झगड़ने की आवश्यकता नहीं है। सबसे अच्छा उपाय जब हमको ध्यान करना है और उस समय में हम मन को इस संकल्प विकल्प के प्रोसेस से खाली करना चाहते हैं, यू हैव टू बी साक्षी, दृष्टा भाव, साक्षी भाव। ये साक्षी भाव हमको मदद करता है इन मन के विचारों को, संकल्प को। आप जितना उससे लड़ेंगे, मुझे ये नहीं सोचना है, मुझे नहीं सोचना है, मैं आपको कहूं, अब यहां जितने लोग बैठे हैं आप में से किसी को भी गुलाबी हाथी के बारे में नहीं सोचना है। यू डोंट नीड टू थिंक अबाउट पिंक एलिफेंट। अभी आप सबने पिंक एलिफेंट नहीं सोचा, नहीं देखा है कभी। मैंने आपको बोला आपको सोचना नहीं है, लेकिन हम सबके दिमाग में पिंक एलिफेंट है कि नहीं है? हम कितना भी कोशिश करेंगे, मैं आपको कितना भी बोलूंगा, मेरे पिंक एलिफेंट बोलते ही हम सबके दिमाग में गुलाबी हाथी आके खड़ा हो गया। इवन वी हैव नेवर सीन दैट, हमने कभी वो देखा भी नहीं है। बट एज सून आई सेड you don't need to think about pink elephant, you have only pink elephant in your mind। तो जितना आप मन से फाइट करते हैं, मुझे नहीं करना, मुझे नहीं करना, उतना ज्यादा स्ट्रांगली वो आपके मन के प्रोसेस में आता है. सो व्हाट यू नीड टू डू, यू डोंट नीड टू फाइट विद इट, यू जस्ट नीड टू बी अ साक्षी भाव. वहां पर बैठकर एक दृष्टा हो जाना, थर्ड पर्सन हो जाना. आ रहे विचार, विचार को आने दो, जाने दो. लेट इट कम, लेट इट गो, लेट इट कम, लेट इट गो. जस्ट बी अ व्यूअर देयर, जस्ट बी अ थर्ड पर्सन देयर. और आप उसे फाइट मत करो. धीरे धीरे जब आप ऐसा प्रैक्टिस करोगे तो वृत्तियां शांत होने लगेंगी. इट इज अ प्रोसेस ऑफ डेज एंड मंथ्स. ये 2 दिन में होने वाली बात नहीं है, क्योंकि हमने जो मन को खाना दिया है वो सालों तक दिया है, और इस जन्म में नहीं दिया है, कितने जन्मों तक दिया है. वो सारे जन्मों की वृत्तियां मेरे मन में चल रही है. तो वो सारे मन के जो जन्मों की वृत्तियां मन में चलती है, वो सब बहुत सारी बातें जो हमने इस जन्म में विचार नहीं किया, वो भी ध्यान में बैठने पर हमको याद आती है. क्यों? पूर्व जन्मों के विचार है, वो भी रहते हैं. अब इतने सारे जन्मों की वृत्तियों को शांत करना है तो उसके लिए दीर्घकाल का अभ्यास करना होता है, और इसलिए उसमें गुरु कृपा भी आवश्यक है, मंत्र जाप भी आवश्यक है, ध्यान में कोई अवलंबन देना भी आवश्यक है. ध्यान में अपने सामने एक भगवान श्री कृष्ण, मैं अगली बार भक्ति योग पर ही बोलने वाला हूं. अभी क्यों भगवान ने कह दिया क्लेशोदिक्त रस्ते श्यामा व्यक्ता सकते से शाम, क्यों कहा कि ये जो अव्यक्त की उपासना है बड़ी क्लेशकारक, बड़ी कठिन है जी. आप ध्यान में बैठे, मुझे कोई चिंतन नहीं करना है, बहुत मुश्किल है, लेकिन मैं भगवान श्री कृष्ण के सुंदर स्वरूप का चिंतन करूंगा. अभी ये प्रयास करने में हमारे मन को एक अवलंबन मिल गया, हमको एक ऑब्जेक्ट मिल गया. अभी मैं कुछ और नहीं सोचूंगा और भगवान श्री कृष्ण का करूंगा. ये बहुत सरल है, लेकिन मैं कुछ नहीं सोचूंगा और कुछ ऑब्जेक्ट भी नहीं लूंगा तो ये बहुत मुश्किल हो जाता है. तो जब आप भक्ति के साथ उसको जोड़ देंगे तब ये ध्यान सरल हो जाएगा. तो एक तो साक्षी भाव में रहना और एक कोई सुंदर भगवान का स्वरूप अपने सामने ले लेना, इससे ये बात सरल हो जाती है. ऐसी बात. आपको अनम्यूट करना होगा दीदी, आपका म्यूट है.
मैं गायत्री परिवार से हूँ और सूर्य का ही ध्यान करके वो करती हूँ. तो उस समय आता है, स्टार्ट तो होता है, सब होता है, लेकिन बीच में या तो भूत में चला जाता है या भविष्य, आज क्या करें, क्या करना करें, ये बस इसी में चला जाता है. तो अब इसको क्या करूं, मैं बिल्कुल छोड़ दूं?
जैसे ही वो ध्यान में आए ना, आपको उससे झगड़ना नहीं है. मुझे ये नहीं सोचना है, ऐसा नहीं सोचना है, आपको साक्षी भाव हो जाना है. अच्छा,
आगे बढ़ते जाना, आगे बढ़ते जाना,
आगे बढ़ते.
मेरे गुरुदेव ने जैसे राम शर्मा जी ने बताया उसी पे चलते जाना.
बिल्कुल वैसे करें, बिल्कुल वैसे करें, बिल्कुल वैसे करें. बहुत अच्छा. यस, डॉक्टर पुरेंद्र कुमार जी, पुरेंद्र कारवाकर जी, नमस्ते.
Namaste. I have 2 questions. So the first one is that inside the manas, inside the mind, what are the dimensions are there? If you could kindly explain a bit more that about manas, manan, and other things there, and how they are connected. This is the first thing, and the second thing is that
what you have sense of dimension there. What actually I want to know what is your learning, where you have learned it. No?
Sorry, so there are several, like there are some places I see that there are 4 dimensions of mind, and there are some places I see
that is called antakaran. That is our micro body. What you are talking, man is a part of that one thing. So there are 4 kinds of 4 expression of this antakaran. This inner body, we have this. One is this sthul body, physical body, and another is our sukshma sharira, micro body. So that micro body is it is one, it is not 4, but it is reflected in 4 forms. When it do the thought process, I can do this, I want this, I don't want this, it is in form of mana. Second is buddhi, intellect. So when it think that it is right, it is wrong, it is beneficial, it is not beneficial, it is the thing I need to do, it is the thing I don't need to do. The decision making skill, when happens, it is buddhi, it is intellect. So third is chitta. When it converts in the storage or dharana, I am man, I am woman, I am girl, I am Japanese, I am Indian, I am falana, I am dhamaka, whatever. So when we do the dharana, it is chitta. And fourth, it is aham. When I do self-realization, when we are sleeping, we know I am sleeping. When I wake up, I feel that I was asleep. So who feels that I slept and I got awake. That aham tattva, that relation of self, that is aham. It is not ego, it is a relation of self. So man, buddhi, chitta or aham. These are the four elements of Antakarana Sukshma body.
Yes, and there are also some places I see that there are 16 dimensions of mind. Is it?
That is not Shastriya. That can be anyone's own explanation. That is not in the Shastras.
I see. So
There are
in some,
thousands of, I understood what you want to say. That those are the thousands self-made expressions. Those are not wrong. I am not saying those are wrong, but that is not in the Shastras.
okay, and where is it mentioned about these four dimensions of Antakaran in our?
So many in so many scriptures, not one, in so many.
And the second question is that about the Bhakti Yoga, Jnana Yoga, Karma Yoga, that which yoga is for which stage of life or for which people or which type of purposes. I mean, we cannot do all everything at the same time. So, but I mean, is it?
Your question is very correct, and I am going to speak on this on 21st only. But as you asked now, let me tell you that we all are bounded to have these all yogas in our life. And in a single day, in morning or in afternoon, I am a karma yogi. In morning, when I am doing dhyana, I am a dhyana yogi. When I am praying, I am a bhakti yogi. And when I am feeling like that I am this whole universe, I am part of that Almighty, aham brahmasmi, when I am started feeling like that, I am a Gyan yogi. So I am not a different person, and these are not the yogas. When you see the Shankaracharya, Adi Shankaracharya Bhagavan, what you will call him? He was Gyan yogi, he was Karma yogi, or he was Bhakti yogi. He was all, and he was master of all. When he did this Shastrarth with Bodhas, he was the best Karma yogi of his era. He walked by foot whole India, and all the Buddhist matha he converted into the Sanatan Hindu Dharma back. So he was the best Karma yogi. When he talk about Advait, he is the best propagator of Advait Vedanta. So he's a best Gyan yogi. And when he write these beautiful stotras, Krishnastakam, Durgastakam, Ganeshastakam, who is the best bhakti yogi than that? So he is the same person, master of all yogas. We are not master of any yoga, but we can be follower of every yoga, and we need it. With one yoga, there is no rasa. The ras come from all the yogas. Like in the food, we need salt also, we need sugar also, we need different spices also. If we say that we will have only one kind of food, think how tasteless it will be. The taste becomes with the different dimensions, with the different angles. So life becomes beautiful, and this Bhakti Marga becomes beautiful, this Gyan Marga becomes beautiful, this Karma Yoga becomes beautiful when we attain all the yogas in our life. Time to time.
Namaste.
Yes, Pooja ji.
Jai Shri Krishna.
Jai Shri Krishna.
You spoke today about consciously making the decision to practice in all these different karma levels. So how can we practice, make the conscious decision to practice in that final level with the connection to all that you were speaking about? Because I was thinking meditation, but with meditation, do we do introspection or are we looking for connection external?
See, introspection is not meditation, first.
Okay.
It is against meditation.
Okay.
Because when you involve in the business of introspection, you have to be filled with the thoughts. And meditation starts from freeing yourself from the thoughts. Right? So introspection is nowhere to the meditation. So introspection is a very different thing. That is manana, chintan manana. Oh, that is not meditation. When you go into dhyan, it is all about the connection with the self. So you connect with yourself or that Almighty. That is the same thing, because Ishwaranch Jivana Avinashi, Mamai Vancho Jivaloke Jiva Bhuta Sanatana. So that we are all the part of that Almighty only. So we connect with ourselves or we connect with him. It is the same thing, right? It is a different expression of the same behavior. You are going to get the same destination. So it is all about the connection, knowing ourselves. Jnana Yoga is who am I? So exploring that, who am I? That is a Jnana Yoga. Dhyana Yoga is to connect, get with that supreme energy. That is Dhyana Yoga. So anyway, you have to find that connection. That is yoga.
Thank you.
Ayush, another question you want to take? Okay, last question we take from Ayush.
यार जैसे आपने मुझे ये जानना है कि मुझे 6-7 दिन के लिए बाहर जाना है तो मैं क्लास छोड़ सकता हूँ? हाँ है ना? मुझे
कोई मुश्किल नहीं है, आपको रिकॉर्डेड जो ऑडियोज आते हैं उससे आप प्रैक्टिस करना।
बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद।
चलो, thanks to everyone. I enjoyed this session a lot and the questions were also very different kind of. Listeners from Tokyo was a dessert for me, Bharti ji and all. Thank you. Jai Shri Krishna.
Thank you everyone. Thank you, Dr. Ashu ji again. Thank you very much for your precious time and giving so much information, so much knowledge, so much wisdom, many things, many new things which I also personally learned. Thank you very much. I will try to put in my presentation also sometime. And now we would like to conclude this session. And next, we already shared the link of all other classes also. Please have a look on that. From tomorrow, again, same
I would like to encourage all our Learn Gita fellows that we should look on this wonderful event. I invited you all here today for this purpose only, that we all can get this connected with this wonderful event. 75 types of yogas lectures are there. So whatever lectures are in English, we can get connected to that. Japanese lecture, very few people can understand. So who can understand Japanese, they are welcome in that also. Otherwise, we all can listen and find this connection with these different expressions of yogas. It is a beautiful event. We should get connected to it. Yes,
thank you. Thank you, Dr. Ashu. Thank you very much. So please, yes, please, let's connect together and try to connect all yogis all over the world. And as I previously also said, our mission is to make zero stress, zero depression, and zero suicide Japanese society with the power of yoga. Not only pose, but the overall yogic lifestyle, which includes our philosophy, our evidence-based scientific knowledge, everything. So allow me to conclude here, and we will meet tomorrow. So 3 classes, Japan time 7 o'clock, then 11 o'clock, and then night 8 o'clock. Lecture like today, workshop and practice sessions by different teachers. And next session by Dr. Ashu ji will be on 11th. Yes, 11th at 11 a.m. again, and topic will be Bhakti Yoga. So Bhakti Yoga will
India time.
7:30 India time. Yes, sorry, it's 7:30 India time. Okay. Sorry for confusion today. So I hope we won't have this confusion next time. Sorry for that. So see you tomorrow. See you tomorrow 7 a.m. Japan time, and see you on 11th also at 11 a.m. 11 a.m. 7:30 a.m. India time, Bharat time. So, hi. それでは皆さんありがとうございました。And また明日7時に会いましょう。And 毎日7時、11時、and 夜の8時に会います。And 週末は8時から9時までのクラスはないです。Weekends, we do not have any class at 8 p.m. No class on 8 p.m. on weekends. So please be careful about that. We have some inquiries on weekends also. So weekend no class on 8 a.m. 8 p.m. no class on weekend. So that is this. はい。ありがとうございます。それで、はい、終わらせたいと思ってます。Thank you very much. ありがとうございます。Thank you very much.
Jai Shri Krishna.
Jai Shri Krishna. Jai Shri Krishna.